Visit Sailrite.com for all your project supplies, tools, and instructions.
Hi, I'm Eric Grant with Sailrite. I do a lot of the project videos here at Sailrite that are free for you to view and learn from. And typically I'm using an Ultrafeed sewing machine, whether it be the LSZ, which is a straight stitch zigzag machine, or the LS machine, which is a straight stitch only machine. In this video, we're going to show you the outstanding features of this machine, and we're going to demonstrate how they work so that you can make a decision on whether you want to own the world's best portable walking foot sewing machine, the Sailrite Ultrafeed. Let's get started.
The Sailrite Ultrafeed sewing machines are extremely versatile, with the ability to sew thick, dense assemblies as well as light home decor fabrics. Why is it the best portable heavy-duty machine? Let's touch on a few of the best-in-class features that sets our machine apart. Let's first start with the walking foot. The outside presser feet come down on the fabric assembly as the feed dogs rise and the center foot comes up. Then the feet pull the fabric assembly through. As the needle comes down, those feet disengage and the center foot comes down to hold the fabric assembly in place as the stitch is being made. This walking foot technology is why we call the machine the Ultrafeed. The walking foot technology helps to seamlessly sew over varying material thicknesses, climbing up and down fabric assemblies with ease. Here the LSZ is sewing Sattler marine grade fabric 8 layers and 2 layers of a heavy webbing, and it walks right over it in forward and reverse. Let's try it in a zigzag stitch. Beautiful, no skip stitches walking over that transition, and a thick assembly. Here's what the top side looks like, and here's the bottom side, tensioned beautifully using a Tex 90 thread. Here we're sewing 8 layers of Eversoft seating vinyl with the Sailrite LSZ, and here is that same assembly with the LS. The Sailrite Ultrafeed sewing machines are the only machines that come with the WorkerB Power Pack. You can control the top end speed with the turn of a dial. So if you feel your machine sews too fast and you want to sew with a slow stitch by stitch speed, you need the WorkerB Power Pack. And it comes standard on both the LSZ and the LS sewing machines. Here again, we're sewing through 8 layers of a Sattler marine grade fabric and 2 layers of a heavy webbing. And we can do it at a super slow speed and the power that's required to punch through that thick assembly. This is that same assembly with the LS, which is a straight stitch only machine. It too has the WorkerB Power Pack system, exclusively sold by Sailrite. So now you can pick your top end speed. Let's turn it all the way up to the maximum speed. Here I'm holding the foot control rather than using my foot just to demonstrate how it works. I can push on the foot control gently and still get optimal slow speed control. If I push all the way down, I get full speed. If I push softly, I can go very slow. The point is, you can always set your top end speed just by rotating the dial to wherever you'd like it. No matter how hard you press on the foot control, the machine will only go so fast. That's the beauty of the WorkerB Power Pack system. There is more. The WorkerB is designed with power boosting technology. When the machine encounters resistance from changes in fabric thickness or density of fabric, the control box provides the boost in torque to power right through. Here you can see that with leather. This power boosting technology is only required for super slow speed sewing through thick or dense materials like this leather. Even when the needle lands on top of this leather assembly, you can still power through without having to rotate the balance wheel by hand. Now that's power. The power of the machine requires a very robust body and internal workings. And as you can see here, the cast iron head and the metal components inside the machine allow it to punch through those thick assemblies without them breaking. And even if you hit a hard object, They typically will not go out of adjustment, especially since we're utilizing the Posi-Pin Safety Shear. That's our next feature. Typical sewing machines use a friction clutch which slips all the time. We use a patented sacrificial pin called the Posi-Pin Safety Shear. That means you get all the power of the balance wheel transferred to the shaft of the machine, but if you would hit something super hard instead of parts breaking, the Posi-Pin Safety Shear would break at the shear point, saving your sewing machine from having to be retimed. This important machine advancement is only found on Sailrite sewing machines. Need to wind a new bobbin? Simply pull the Posi-Pin Safety Shear and place it in the keeper. Push your bobbin over, fill your bobbin, and then when your bobbin is full, then reinsert the Posi-Pin Safety Shear into the balance wheel and keep sewing. All Sailrite Ultrafeed sewing machines now come with the WorkerB integrated LED light. This LED light is housed inside the front of the faceplate, and it comes on the LSZ and the LS. Now, because this LED light is mounted right above the needle bar, it lights up your entire work surface for optimal sewing ability, and you can see everything plainly. Want to sew piping? Well, the standard foot on both the LSZ, as shown here, and also the LS have a tunnel for cording or piping. So with the Sailrite Ultrafeed, you can sew cording in your next cushion project. The Easy Set stitch length plate comes standard on all Ultrafeed machines. Easily adjust your stitch length for precise constant stitching in both forward and reverse. This lever is spring-loaded for quick and easy back tacking. Stitch lengths are adjustable to 6 mm in forward feed to a negative 6 mm in a reverse feed. On the LSZ machine, you can move the needle to the right, to the center, or to the left to get closer to those hard objects, like zippers. On the LS machine, the straight stitch only, the foot on the right side is smaller, so you can still get closer to those hard objects. Now, if you want to get almost right beside the hard object, then you'll need to order a roping zipper foot left or right for your particular Ultrafeed sewing machine. Sewing light material, place your spool on top of the spindle at the top of the machine, reduce your stitch length as is customary with lighter sewing, replace the needle with a smaller needle to match the thread size you're using, and then reduce your upper tension. Now there are some other adjustments that may be necessary, but this should give you the ability to sew very light home decor fabrics with a light home sewing machine thread. So you can sew lighter materials with the LSC and the LS. Did you know you can sew leather up to about a 1/4 inch thickness with the Ultrafeed? Now we do recommend using a leather needle and not the standard round/sharp point needle that comes standard. Here we are sewing 3 layers of a 5-ounce veg tan leather. No one likes to put a needle hole in the wrong spot in leather. The WorkerB allows for great slow speed control, and you can also reverse to lock your stitches in place with accuracy because you can go super slow. This is being sewn with the standard sawtooth foot and feed dog, which does leave some marks on this veg tan leather. Order the Leathercraft package for the LSC and you'll get the smooth foot set, which will reduce those marks, and you also get the needles you need for leatherwork and more. Most leather sewing is done with a straight stitch. A zigzag stitch is seldom used for leatherwork, so you may want to consider the LS instead of the LSZ. That is, if you will mainly be sewing leather. It's your choice. If you order the LS for leatherwork, consider adding the Leathercraft package for LS. It too comes with the smooth foot set, leather needles, and more. Now we're going to compare the standard WorkerB balance wheel to the Speed Reduction Monster 2 balance wheel. To do this, we'll turn down the WorkerB to its minimum speed. First, the WorkerB balance wheel. We're sewing through 8 layers of canvas and 2 thick layers of webbing. Notice we can sew slowly through this thick assembly, but because it's rather thick, it does hesitate a little. Not a big deal. But if we remove that standard balance wheel and belt and install the speed reduction upgrade, which includes a Monster 2 balance wheel, you will notice we can sew even slower with more control and also a smoother, more powerful entry of the needle in that same thick assembly. Now that is really impressive for maximum slow speed control and power. With this speed reduction upgrade, you also get the option of hand cranking. Simply screw on the handle and then remove the belt, and you can easily hand crank the sewing machine. Here we're sewing through 3 layers of a veg tan leather, hand cranking. The speed reduction upgrade is great for the Ultrafeed LSZ and the Ultrafeed LS. When you're done sewing, our heavy-duty industrial carrying case will protect your machine while you're on the go. A secure butterfly latch closes the case top, and reinforced aluminum edges and zinc alloyed corners protect your investment.
So now you know why the Sailrite Ultrafeed sewing machines are the world's best portable walking foot sewing machines available, and that's why I love to use them for projects. We also offer packages that are catered to your specific sewing needs, so be sure to check them out on our Sailrite website. I'm Eric Grant, and from all of us here at Sailrite, thanks for watching.